let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. First game we're talking about is my New York Yankees going to Oriole Park at Camden Yards. This is a 61% humidity, cloudy, 17 mile per hour winds. That is big. 0% chance of rain. We've got a 17 miles per hour wind going out towards right field. So that definitely helps out a lot of the right-handed bats on the Yankees side, and automatically a few of the guys that I do like in terms of hitting the ball is going to be Matt Holliday. I think that Gary Sanchez is priced up too much. I'm willing to do. I cannot pay up for Gary Sanchez in this spot. Also, Matt Holliday is also a play that I think that we can look to as well. Maybe you want to take a look at Sterling Castro at second base. He's priced up to 4.1. You know what? There is stack potential with this Yankees team because they're going up against Ubaldo Jimenez, not a very great pitcher, and we've got a couple of left-handed bats on the Yankee side that you might want to take a look at. Now, Greg Bird at 4K is a play that I do like. I am on Greg Bird. I do like him, but I'm just not a big fan of Gary Sanchez. 5.5. That is just too much to pay for that guy, and I won't be doing that there. Now, on the Baltimore Orioles side, man, Luis Severino is a bum. Like, he is a very bad pitcher. The dude's priced at 5.8, so he's going to be matched up against a couple of left-handed bats to start off. Now, Seth Smith is going to be batting leadoff for the Baltimore Orioles. I can definitely see, you know, if that guy gets to hit and starts it off, we can definitely see Luis Severino as a early Shelley candidate. Adam Jones right there, priced at 4.6. Not a play that I really like, but I do like Manny Machado at 5.6. That is a hefty price to pay for Manny Machado, bro. What's up, fam? Need me one of them shirts? Yeah, you can get it. Holla at me. Manny Machado priced up 5.6. And see, the funny thing is, you're gonna pay 5.5 for Gary Sanchez, or you're gonna go ahead and spend up to Manny Machado. That's why I couldn't play Sanchez. I just go ahead and play Machado because we can definitely get some more value at that catcher position, because that's all. You never have to pay up for the highest catcher on the board. You just don't. There's always going to be a guy that's going to be cheaper, that's going to be able to, you know, do pretty much the same thing that one of the higher priced guys can do. We got Mark Trumbo batting fifth. Nice spot for him. I don't see an issue with him. Also, we've got Chris Davis. Now, he's a left-handed hitter going up against Luis Severino, so I think that I'm going to give consideration to him as well. This is an 8.5 point total. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good hot bats in this game. Baltimore is gonna wake up, bro. They haven't been playing very great lately, but they're gonna wake up the same way the Pittsburgh Pirates did today. Like, I kind of saw that coming. So I'm gonna take a look at a few of those Baltimore guys. Next game we're talking about is the Miami Marlins going to Citi Field, and it seems like the Mets have been home forever, doesn't it? God damn, are the Mets ever gonna go on the road? This is 0% chance of rain, 15 mile per hour winds going out towards right field. The dew point is 34. All right, so Zach Ritter's on the mound dealing for the New York Mets. This is a new look Mets rotation. I kind of like Zach Ritter in the spot. Don't think that those guys from the Marlins are going to really be able to get to him. But the only thing that kind of concerns me is we do have a lot of left-handed bats as far as the Marlins here. We got D. Gordon batting leadoff. You've got Christian Yelich in that 3-hole, as well as Justin Bauer 5th. Now, the only guy that I really like right now is Justin Bauer, man. I love that price on him. 3.1K on DraftKings for a guy batting in the 5th hole, where Giancarlo Stanton has just been hacking his ass off and really not making a lot of contact with the ball. So that's going to be the guy that I really do target. Looking at Justin Bauer there as a one-off to work with some of my other stacks. Now, on the Mets side, these guys have been swinging the bats fairly well, too. And check out, Chin is a left-handed pitcher. He's not so much of a power pitcher, more of a finesse location-style pitcher. And look at these guys. Look at the intellect that we do have on the Mets side, as far as guys that can see the ball, guys that know how to hit. Let's go and look at it now. There's a left-handed batter. Check out the top of the order. We got Jose Reyes, very savvy veteran player. We've got Cabrera, the same way. These guys are both switch hitters. We've got Yoenis Cespedes, a power guy in that 3rd hole, batting right against that left-handed hitter. Then we've got Wilmer Flores. This dude, like, there's a possibility this dude may not make it out of the first couple of innings, bro. So the Mets, man, are definitely on my radar to stack, and they're not as expensive as some of the other stacks we're talking about. So But I just don't think they're going to be very highly owned. The point total is 7.5. The Mets are slated to score 3.9 runs, and the Miami Marlins 3.9. So I love a lot to do with this, man. I love that. Next game we're talking about is the Toronto Blue Jays going to Tropicana Field to take on the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. I keep saying Devil Rays, but they're the Rays. I'm sorry. I keep saying Devil Rays, but they are the Rays. Oh, yeah. So here we go. My bad. Yeah, the next one is the Toronto Blue Jays going to Tampa Bay. You already know I do like Francisco. I do like Francisco Liriano. He's one of my favorite pitching prospects on the slate. 8.9K, a little bit to get up to, but I don't see an issue there. I also was looking at Matt Andriese, man, and priced at 6.7. That's a fair price. But do we think that the Toronto order can get to him? I really do. Because we do have. See, and the thing is, we don't have a lot of switch hitter, left-handed bats on the Toronto side. So that's not a big target for me. But we look at Devin Travis. We look at Josh Donaldson, Jose Bautista. This is a hell of an order right here. And matched up against a pitcher like Matt Andriese, more of a power pitcher, not really a finesse guy. Those guys hit fastballs. I like a lot of those guys. I do. Now, going over to the Tampa Bay side, I'm not too on them. I'm not too on the Tampa Bay Cats. Those are not plays I like. I mean, look at Steven Souza Jr., maybe some Evan Longoria, Ricky Weeks, but I just love Liriano so much that I don't think that there's enough power on this side to really make me want to fuck with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. So I'm not going to be going there. Next game we're talking about, Oakland Athletics going to Globe Life Park in Arlington, take on the Texas Rangers. You already know how I feel about some of these Texas guys, man. I'm telling you, Matsara, put him in your lineups. One of my favorite players on the slate. I love him. Sucks when Liriano is the chalk of the night. Yeah, right? Jay Gunn says it sucks when Liriano is the chalk of the night. And that plays into it too, man. The dude's going to be extremely chalky. Everybody's going to be on him. I've got no issue. Souza got hurt and could help Liriano even more. Matsara's the bat jack. That's my dude, man. I like him. All right, so we got Raul Alcantara, pitcher for the Oakland. He's dealing for the Oakland A's. Dude is 4.5K. I saw that immediately and wanted to attack. Man. So what I want to do in this spot, I wanted to grab a couple of left-handed bats from the Texas side. So I do like a stack on the Texas Rangers side. We're talking about Carlos Gomez leading off, Sensu Chu, Nomar Matsara, definitely. Mike Napoli is the only guy that I don't really like. And watch he crush it. But I love Roughing It Odor. Odor, Matsara, Chu, Gomez, those are all plays that I really do like. Una Lakers says this could be a game stack. I can dig it. Texas stack is the shit. Yeah, Dave, you know what time it is. I love a Texas stack, man. So one of the negatives is we've got 10 mile per hour winds blowing back towards the batter's box. It's great weather there. Really see Josh Dewey says he stays out there. It's really weather's awesome. We're good to go. No issues there. Who do I like on the Oakland side, man? Not much. AJ Griffin is not anything to really be scared of. This is a 10-point total, so I can imagine there are going to be runs scored on both sides. If I had to go anywhere, I'm going to tell you a guy that I like that's kind of cheap. Matt Joyce at 3K flat. He's batting leadoff for the Oakland A's, and I think he could be a very solid play. Something to help you save salary if you wanted to grab those bigger bats. We got Voit. Just in from Twitter, we got cats that like Voit. I can dig that. A left-handed batter up against that right-hand hitter. Not a problem. Not a problem. So, next game we're talking about is the Minnesota Twins going to U.S. Cellular Field, taking on the Chicago White Sox. The Chicago White Sox, their lineup is already set in stone. We already know what we're going to get there. We've got Phil Hughes dealing for the Minnesota Twins, as well as Derek Holland pitching and throwing it out for the White Sox, man. And this is another game that you can definitely take advantage of when it comes to some cheaper bats. Because you look at Byron Buxton at 3.6 bat in that third spot. I kind of like the spot that he is in. Joe Mara, Miguel Sano, 4.2. That's a very fair price for him. And these are not very good pitching prospects to be dealing with. So this game has a lot of appeal to me, actually. We're looking at the top of the Chicago White Sox order. We've got Tyler Saldano, had a pretty decent showing out last time, as well as Tim Anderson, Melky Cabrera, and Jose Abreu. My targets for them would be Cabrera and Abreu. I kind of like those guys in the spot, especially against Phil Hughes, man. Phil Hughes is not very good. Pitching sucks tonight, doesn't it? Ron Healy is a great play. Okay, and he has dual eligibility. That's just in from the Facebook VIP. Going back to check him out. Yeah, he's priced at 4K. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he can switch between first base and third base. I kind of like that. Next game we're talking about is the Kansas City Royals going to Minute Maid Park. This is a dome, so you don't have to worry about anything when it comes to the weather or the elements. We're good there. We've got the Houston Astros, man, another stack that I do like. This is a stack that I do like. Okay? Now, George Springer had a really solid game out last night. Jose Altuve has not been playing particularly well lately. I think that may change today. He's still priced up 5.2. So that's a bit to commit to. 5.2 for a guy that has not been playing very well. That is something to really pay attention to. Carlos Correa at 5K, another guy that's priced up. Carlos Beltran at 4K, the switch hitter going up against. And the funny part is, you see Jason Vargas, the guy who's pitching for the Kansas City Royals. He's a left-handed batter. The whole top of the order for the Houston Astros is all right-handed hitters. Very solid position for a lot of those guys. I even like Marvin Gonzalez. I like him. And I did some background checking. Gonzalez actually plays pretty well against the Kansas City Royals. So he's somebody who I like at 3.2K. Very cheap. I'll just go back and watch the video over again. Oh, is Sam, you trying to get answer the question? Well, we've got it open to the cousins on Twitter and everything. That's why I didn't post the core fours and everything. Gets Astros stack exposure on FanDuel. Yeah, definitely on FanDuel too. I like that. Next game we're talking about Chicago Cubs at the Milwaukee Brewers. Another dome stadium. Don't have to worry about any weather concerns here. We've got Brett Anderson dealing for the Chicago Cubs, and Jimmy Nelson is pitching out for the Milwaukee Brewers. Not a lot to love for me, man. This is a 9-point total, and it's Chicago Cubs 5.4 is their implied point total. There's just not a lot for me to love on the Milwaukee side. I think the Chicago side is very promising. We've got Jimmy Nelson dealing a right-handed pitcher. Going to be seeing Kyle Schwarber, Chris Bryant, and Anthony Rizzo and Ben Zobrist at the top of the order. I think that is a very solid way to go. But those guys are priced up. And, I say that, all these guys are priced up. Like there's some, big-time pitcher to pay up for on the slate. There's not. So you can pretty much, on tonight's slate, you can pretty much have whatever you want. Like how today, during the early game slate, we were kind of forced to make a decision. The first thing we were forced to do is to say, yo, what are we going to do? Are we going to play Scherzer or are we going to play Coors? We had to make that decision. Well, tonight, the 10-game slate is not like that at all. It's not like that at all. Who is my Shelly? Tonight, Shelly, for me, honestly, is going to come from the last game, man. I think it's going to be Jesse Chavez, bro. I think Chavez is going to get shelled. And be real. Haven't we seen like a ton of runs scoring in the late night? The West Coast games. It's kind of like, basketball where you get more points, more run and gun style with in the West Coast games. It's kind of, I don't know, the beginning of the season kind of seems that way, that we're seeing a lot more runs being scored later on in the evening. Maybe there's something to that. I don't know. But I do like the top of the Chicago order. A guy that I think you can take a shot on that's going to be batting towards the end is going to be John Jay. I kind of like him in that spot. He's also a left-handed hitter going up against Jimmy Nelson. That's a very cheap guy there. On the Milwaukee side, man, Keon Buxton is a game-time decision, so we may not, know what's going on with him until late. But Jonathan Villar, 4.7, price is a little bit too much for me. Brett Anderson, being that left-handed pitcher, I think he can get by with a few things, man. So I'm not really going to be on him. But Ryan Braun is back. He missed the last game due to some rest. I do like Braun at 5.1. Remember, we don't have to pay up for a pitcher, so we can pretty much roster whoever we want. And this is beautiful when it comes to how we like to stack our lineups and stack the top of those batting orders. So one of the cheaper guys that I kind of like would be batting. Check out Jeff Bandy, bro, the catcher. Check out Jeff Bandy. I kind of like him in the spot. Stacking works. I won $7 last night. It does, bro. It does. I stacked Pittsburgh today, man, and I'm looking pretty good right now. I faded Coors. Miller is your Shelly tonight, coming from Dave Cothran. Now, yeah, I faded Coors, got Scherzer, stacked up Pittsburgh, and it's working pretty well so far. So things could change. One swing in the bat, it could change. Next game is going to be the Cincinnati Reds and the St. Louis Cardinals. This is going to be I don't think you're going to see a ton of offense in this game, actually. I really don't. I don't think you're going to see a ton of offense in this game. Shelby Miller's name should be Shelly. I can dig that. We got Amir Garrett is going to be dealing the left-handed pitcher. for the Cincinnati Reds up against Mike Leake, the right-hander for the St. Louis Cardinals. It is a 0% chance of rain, 3-mile-per-hour wind, so we don't need any help there. A couple of guys I do like. I think Dexter Fowler kind of screams out to me. 4.6, kind of priced up, but I still think I like him there. I think Matt Carpenter can be a solid play. Some of the cheaper guys I like. Looking at Jared Jorko, man. Second base, third base, dual eligibility there. I kind of like his spot. For the Cincinnati Reds, Billy Hamilton, man, that dude has been pretty good lately. I like the spot that we're in with him, so I can definitely take a shot on Billy Hamilton. Next guy we're talking about is going to be another cheap guy, man. Check out Tucker Barnhart, man. The switch hitter. I like him in the spot. Also, this is one of the biggest things on the slate is how are we going to get our exposure to Cleveland, man? Is Cleveland going to be the chalk or what? Is everybody going to be on Cleveland or what? I think right now you got to be. Malcolm Boyd says he's stacking the Cubs. I think you got to look at Cleveland right now, bro. I think you got to look at Cleveland. This is a hellified order, man, and the game is projected to score 10 runs. We've got a 7-mile-per-hour wind flowing out toward right field. 89 degrees. This Cleveland team, look, all right, so we got Carlos Santana, the switch hitter, going up against Shelby Miller. Francisco Lindor, the switch hitter, going up against the same guy. We got Michael Brantley, who I don't really love, but I can definitely play him, and Edwin Encarnacion. This is going to be probably the highest owned stack. This is going to be the chalk stack. Like, everybody is going to be in play. Everybody's going to attack Shelby Miller, and I think that's a solid way to go. And you can definitely see, like I keep saying, man, you don't have to pay up for any pitching tonight. So, there's no way that you can just, not play guys that you want to play. Cubs with Lindor and Santana, we got. I can get that. I can get that. Jose Ramirez, even. I like him. I mean, you could go anywhere in this order, man. Tyler Nyquin at 3.8 can be a solid play as well. So we got a ton of like on the Indiana side, man. Those bats should come alive tonight. On the Arizona Diamondbacks side, you've got Pollock who's in play. You've got David Peralta because Josh Tomlin isn't that great of a pitching prospect anyway. So somebody just hit a jack. All right. Ain't no Pittsburgh players. I need some Pittsburgh home run. So who we got here? We got AJ Pollock, the right-hander, going up against Josh Tomlin. Don't really love that. I like Peralta in this spot. I think I'm not playing Goldschmidt. Is anybody playing? Anybody like Goldie? I'm not playing Goldschmidt today. I'm not. That's not a play that I'm particularly interested in. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not playing Goldschmidt, man. Owings, 3.7 is a play that I'm interested in, as well as Brandon Drury. Both those guys are very cheap. Yeah, he's going to be highly owned, man. And plus, he had a couple of good games. And see, we can't get lost in the fact that guys just hit a dong, just hit a home run. You know what I mean? So we don't get lost in that. As a matter, I wish we could keep like track of home runs because they happen with such what's the opposite of frequency? They happen in such sporadic like time frames where we can kind of gauge when the next guy's going to be hit when the guy's going to hit his next one. Because I mean, you just coming off a 2 home run game, just a chance that you hit another home run the next game. So like who the fuck played Matt Kemp today? Why would you play Matt Kemp? Dude just hit 2 jacks yesterday. Why would you play Matt Kemp? It doesn't make sense to me. I didn't play Matt Kemp's. Recency bias, man. That's how they get people with the recency, man. So next game we're talking about, and the last game on the slate. This is my favorite game, and I would implore each of you to definitely take a look into stacking this game. Okay, it's an 8.5 point total where the Seattle Mariners are going to take on the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. This is an Angel Stadium. 6-mile-per-hour wind blowing out towards the outfield. It's a 0% chance of rain, 65%. 65 Fahrenheit is going to be the temperature. You got Giovanni Gallardo, a guy who I think is going to, I think he's going to give up some runs. The Angels know how to hit the ball. They know how to get on base. The Angels are one of those teams. The Angels are one of those teams that they have the perfect mix of small ball and power, to where it's just a perfect mix that they do have. And I've been watching them a lot, so I really do think that we can see a solid run total. The implied total is 4.5. It's 4.4 for the Seattle Mariners. This is a game that I do think is going to have a very nice total. So be careful about just throwing everything into all the early games and not having those late night hammers. I think we've got something here. Segura is in play for me. I love the spot that he is in. Mitch Haniger, I like him. I like Robinson Cano. I like Kyle Seager and Nelson Cruz. Some of my favorite players on the slate are in this game. On the other side, we've got guys. We got Mike Trout. We've got Cole Calhoun. We've got my favorite player on the slate. One of my favorite players on the slate, Albert Pujols. So there's a ton to like about this game. The pitching is not too much to be afraid of. It's both mid-level pitching that's going to keep people away from him. It's not like the dude is like 4.5K, because normally if a guy is that cheap at pitching, everybody automatically wants to stack whoever is facing them. Well, these guys are priced up pretty moderately. Chavez at 7.1, and we got Gallardo at 7.3. So I don't think people are just going to target these guys like this. Plus, it's a late game. Everybody wants to win their money by 8 o'clock. Nobody's really going to be on a lot of these guys. So with the exception of maybe Mike Trout. But so I love a lot of these guys in this spot. So let's go ahead and switch gears a little bit. And I wanted to put out my NBA core forward, man, but things just kept on changing. Bro. So let's go ahead and kind of switch gears and get into a little bit of NBA. We're going to start with the first game on the evening. A ton of news and notes have dropped since earlier this afternoon. So the first game is going to be the Atlanta Hawks and the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is a 210-point total, with the Cleveland Cavaliers giving up 14 points. Now, we already know that the Atlanta Hawks have sent their D-League team in. They do not want to play this game. Schroeder, game time decision. Hardaway, game time decision. Paul Millsap, Kent Bazemore, Tabo, and all of those guys are closer to doubtful than to probable or questionable. Most of those guys are doubtful. So that means we've got 9 bodies that we can dress up for Atlanta for this game, and a couple of the bodies probably ain't even gonna see the floor too much. Cats like Mike Muscala or Malcolm Delaney, they're probably not gonna see a ton of run. DeAndre Bembry is probably gonna have to start this game. So this is a really, really, really tough way to start the slate off, because you got Dwight Howard, who's probably not going to play any more than 30 minutes or 25 minutes, especially if the game blows out. You've got Ersan Ilyasova, who I think is in a very solid spot at 34.5. That's the only guy that I would really take a look at rostering, him and Taurean Prince. Aside from that, man, I don't really want much to do with this game. I think the value comes more on the Cleveland side and not for the Atlanta side. So checking them out, LeBron James is priced at 10.6. That is way too much to pay for a 14-point blowout. And this is one of those games I think that has no other option of being a blowout. I think the only way this game ends is in a big blowout. I think they have absolutely no chance because the Cleveland Cavaliers are on a mission. They want to keep that first place that first place in the Eastern Conference. So they're going to play very well and very early, and this game's going to blow the fuck out. One guy I like talking about Channing Frye, I think he's in a very solid spot. Maybe some J.R. Smith. Darren Williams also interests me at 4.6K. Sort of a cheap value play as well as Iman Shumpert. And Derek Williams is probably going to see a fair amount of run if we don't see a full run of LeBron. So that's the way I'm going to be playing that Atlanta and Cleveland game. The next game we're talking about is going to be the Miami Heat at the Toronto Raptors. This is probably my favorite game on the slate, because this is going to be a very competitive game. This game is in Toronto at Air Canada Center, right? The Miami Heat are coming in needing to win. They're needing to win. In order to make the playoffs, they need to win. And it's very, very, very easy to see that this is a team that wants to make the playoffs. The pride associated in making the playoffs with a guy like Pat Riley is big. It's very big. Like, they want to make the playoffs. So we've got Hassan Whiteside, Goran Dragic, James Johnson, all targets that I really do like. And I think Tyler Johnson can be a very, very solid play in this game. That's going to be where I'll be going there. On the Toronto side, you've got Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan. I'm going to tell you this a few times throughout the season when I tell you, yo, fire both of the motherfuckers up. Play Lowry and DeRozan. And tonight is one of those nights. I really think you should play Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. Have those guys stacked up somewhere, because this team needs to win as well. They don't want to lose their seeding. Miami's going to come to play, and I think Toronto's going to be in a very good spot. But now, see, 105.8 points. We already know. That means that we can target the studs in this game, and now we've got 2 of them, bona fide. So give me some Kyle Lowry, give me some DeMar DeRozan, maybe some DeMarie Carroll at 3.6 if I'm trying to pay it for Russell Westbrook, which I don't think I will. I don't think I will on the slate. No Valanciunas for me. I don't like the spot that he is in. I don't like anything too much off of the Toronto bench. The next game we're talking about is the Detroit Pistons and the Houston Rockets. To me, unless I find out that Harden ain't playing, I don't want shit to do with this game. Now, some of the perfect lineup strategy that we looked at, really kind of kept us abreast to, was the fact that we can target. I already said I like Whiteside. I like Whiteside. I like Dragic. I like James Johnson, and I like DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. Now, something that was kind of shown to us in our perfect lineup strategy, the session that we had, was the fact that we can target the Houston Rockets at the power forward position. Now, the next thing we need to ask ourselves is, well, is the guy that's going to be doing the attacking for Detroit, is he worth rostering? And in my opinion, he is not. In my opinion, Tobias Harris or Marcus Morris or John Lewis, none of those guys, I think, are in position to really exploit the Houston Rockets at their biggest weakness, and that is power forward. So to me, I don't want nothing to do with this entire game. There's nobody in this game that I like in the least. Nobody. James Harden, 12.1. Do not want to pay up for that. I'm barely even giving a consideration to Russell Westbrook on this slate. I'm just not a fan of anything to do with this game. It's a 224.5 point total. So that means on the Houston side, you can look to somebody else other than the main studs. You can rock with cats like Clint Capella, Trevor Ariza, maybe some sweet Lou Williams off of the bench, Eric Gordon in some spots. Sam Decker is out in this game, and Reggie Jackson is out on the Detroit side. So, I mean, there's not a lot to like about this game. Now, we do have, and it did come out recently that Boban is going to be getting 20 to 24 minutes. And you know what? I believe that shit when I see it, man. I've been waiting on Boban to play since he played for San Antonio and got me that 50-point game last year, man. And they always say that. The dude can get 20, 24 minutes. Oh, yeah. This dude is going to be on a minutes restriction. I believe that shit when I see it, man. I'm not fucking with it. I mean, Boban is cheap as shit. And as a tournament flyer, cool. I ain't got no problem with that. But, to have him locked in more than one lineup, man, I'm just not doing it. Nene is sneaky value at 4.7K. You know what? No. I don't want anything to do with this game. I hate this game. Fuck this game. This game we're talking about is the New York Knicks, my New York Knicks, going to Memphis to take on the Grizzlies. This is a 13-point total. And if Carmelo Anthony wasn't playing, I would like a lot more about these Knicks. Oh, Carmelo is not playing. So, now, let's take a look at the Knicks roster, man. We're rolling out probably Kuzminskas, Marshall Plumlee, Ron Baker, Courtney Lee, and Guillermo Hernan Gomez. Out is Randall is a game time decision. Chasing Randall. Chris Epps is out. Carmelo is out. Derrick Rose out. Lance Thomas, a game time decision. So these cats are dressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. Give me some of that Maurice Endor and Courtney Lee. I like those guys. Endor, Courtney Lee. And this game does not have to blow out. It doesn't. Because this team, I'm telling you something about this. We were talking about this today in the barbershop, okay? Let me tell you something. And this is real. Because if Russell Westbrook gets hurt, Oklahoma City Thunder are in fucking trouble. You know why? Because that team believes that they are nothing without Russell Westbrook. Right? If Carmelo Anthony doesn't play for the Knicks, the team plays better. You know why? Because the team feels like without them, Carmelo Anthony is nothing. Because they do all the dirty work while he plays iso ball and tries to score a bunch of points. And I like this team has bought into the triangle. These guys want to play. They want to play for something. They're playing for respect, playing for pride. I do not think this game against the Memphis Grizzlies blows out to the point to where if you roster Courtney Lee, if you roster Maurice Endor, if he gets to start, if you roster cats like Justin Holiday, I think they can get you a return on what you invest into them. I really do believe that. And I'm a Knicks fan. I watch these motherfuckers all the time. I've been watching their sorry ass for 38 years. Never seen them win in person. Bunch of motherfucking snowflakes with their snowflake ass. So, on the Memphis side, do we need to see a ton of Mike Conley at 7.6K? I think he's in play. A lot of people are not going to want to play him. They think the game is going to blow out. They're scared of the point total. I don't believe that because guess what? If the point total is 194.5 and the Memphis Grizzlies, are slated to beat them by 13 points, well, damn, how much y'all think the Knicks going to score? Y'all think the motherfuckers going to score 70 points? I don't think so. I don't think so. So I like a few of the guys. I like Mike Conley. I think Marc Gasol is in a really good spot. We probably won't see a ton of run for him, but Mike Conley's going to be out there. Mike Conley's going to be out there. So I like him. I like him. We can look at Tony Allen in some spots in here. Everybody's healthy. Nobody's injured. So if you want to get real sneaky and real cute with it, you can even rock with Troy Daniels at 3.9 because I think he's going to see a solid run of minutes off of the bench. Next game we're talking about is the San Antonio Spurs and the Dallas Mavericks. You know what? This is one. Now, and this is funny because, okay, the San Antonio Spurs and the Dallas Mavericks, this is a 189-point total. By far, the lowest point total on the slate. But what you're getting from this game is you get the Dallas Mavericks at home getting 5 points. So they're trying to sell us that the San Antonio Spurs are only going to beat the Dallas Mavericks by 5 points. Now, we do have a few guys out. We got Kawhi Leonard, LaMarcus Aldridge, Paul Gasol, Danny Green, and Manu Ginobili. So pretty much a fucking starting 5 is out. If y'all don't play as many San Antonio Spurs as you can, boy, you must don't want no money. Dallas is giving up points to the San Antonio Spurs. Man, you can give me some Bertans. You can give me some Deadman. Like, all of these cats are like 3K or around the 3K area. You can give me some Jonathan Simmons, Dwayne Deadman, of course. The only guys I don't like is the wing players, man. And David Lee, last time we got stuck up with this shit. They robbed us because they told us that, David Lee is in line for a solid run of minutes. He's going to be playing. And guess what? The motherfucker never touched the court. So I'm not fucking with David Lee. I'm just not. I'm not going there. He's not a player that I'm particularly interested in at all. I'm not fucking with him. Tony Parker is available to play. I'm not, no. My targets would be Bertans, Jonathan Simmons, and Dwayne Dedmon. Maybe a little bit of Patty Mills off of the bench there. Those would be the guys that I like. On the Dallas side, we already know Lil Bruh's not playing. Lil Bruh's not playing at all. But Dallas Mavericks aren't really playing for anything, man. And they can still blow out, San Antonio can still blow out Dallas in this game. They can still blow them out. And they're not playing for anything. You got cats like Yogi Ferrell at 4.5. Dirk is at 5.2. Don't think he's going to see a ton of minutes. Watch somebody rest. Watch right before lock or right after lock, you're going to see some Dallas guys rest. I don't want anything to do with the Dallas side of this game, but I will have some San Antonio exposure. Next game we're talking about is the game that everybody is going to want to have a piece of. Everybody's going to have their hands in this game, and for good reason, bro. And for good reason. Because Dedmon, I'll just donate my money to a worthy charity. I like Dedmon, bro. He came through for me before. That's coming from the homie Rudy. So we got the game that everybody's going to want a piece of. It is the New Orleans Pelicans at the Denver Nuggets. This is a 111.8 team total for the New Orleans Pelicans and a 117-point total for the Denver Nuggets. So that means the Denver Nuggets are giving up 6 points in this spot. 229 points is the complete total. Let's check it out, man, because if DeMarcus Cousins doesn't play, I am playing Anthony Davis without question. Without question. I think Drew Holiday also deserves consideration in this spot, too. I love him. Tim Frazier is a no for me. I don't have to play Tim Frazier because enough starting value has already opened up that I don't have to play a guy who's probably going to get me 17 points. So I'm cool with that. Jordan Crawford, I don't have to play him as well. Enough value has opened up. It's going to be starting games where I don't have to do that. AD will hurt a fingernail. I hope not, man. Murray, AD, Gallo, Drew. Yeah, those are guys I like. Now, on the Denver side, Jokic, bro. Jokic is squarely in play for me. He is. At 9.6, man, we get Jokic under 10K. The dude can go out and triple-double against this team. So I do like him. Gallinari is a player that I definitely do like at 6.3. I like that. And Gary Harris is a player a lot of people are going to want to be on, but this team gives it up to shooting guards. This team definitely gives up to shooting guards. So you can stack 3-4 deep, man, easily on the Denver Nuggets side. Wilson Chandler is that game-time decision, as well as Jameer Nelson is going to be out, and Will Barton is out. We also have Darrell Arthur as a game-time decision, too. So not too much love I have for the Denver Nuggets bench, but just, Mason Plumlee maybe at 4.4. I think that's a pretty solid value for him. I kind of like that. But Gary Harris is one of my favorite plays from the Denver side. I do like that. Next game we're talking about is the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Utah Jazz. Minnesota Timberwolves on that back-to-back just lost last night to the Portland Trailblazers. You know what, man? Now, if George Hill doesn't play, I think you gotta play Ricky Rubio. That's just me. If George Hill does not play, I think you gotta play Ricky Rubio, and I'm gonna tell you like this. This is why, because Ricky Rubio is one of those players that does not need to score the basketball in order to positively impact the game. He can do it with rebounding. He can do it with assist. He can do it with playing the passing lane, getting a few steals. So I think that, somebody's got to score the points here. And we're getting that discount. We're getting that big, I'm about to play Houston, I'm scared of Houston, we in Salt Lake City, discount. We're getting that. The total is 198.5, which means that we can definitely invest in some of the studs in this game. On the Minnesota side, their implied point total is 94. We've got -10 in favor of the Utah Jazz, so they're giving up 10 points in Salt Lake City with a projected score of 104.5. Definitely Gordon Hayward is somebody that jumps off to me. You're gonna hate me for this, but I do like Rodney Hood in this spot, especially if we're not gonna be seeing Derek Favors and George Hill. I do like Rodney Hood in this spot. You can give me. I don't like Gobert. The price is up on him. 8.7. The price. There's too much value on the slate for me to pay. Gobert to score 40 points or 35 points at 8.7. Like, I don't want to do that. I would play Rubio over Dragic tonight as a GP. Yes. Rubio is a GPP play tonight, and a lot of people, they're gonna see that discount for playing against Utah, and they're not gonna want to play him. But I definitely think he's in a very solid spot. He does not have to score the basketball in order to score the DraftKings points. So no Dante Exum for me. No Shelvin Mack. Joe Johnson and Joe Ingles are in play for me in some spots. I kind of like those guys. And Alec Burks. I think Alec Burks has slid down to the back of the rotation when it comes to all of the guards they have. So if I was gonna play anybody, I would play Shelvin Mack before I would play Alec Burks or Dante Exum. So on the Minnesota side, I do like Ricky Rubio. We talked about him already. Andrew Wiggins, not a player that I particularly love, but I think you can offer him consideration. He's priced down at 6.2, coming off of that really great game he had last night. I think he maybe would follow it up with a nice performance. No Karl Anthony Towns for me there. Now, wait a minute, because Utah is a team that we can target against power forwards. It's just the fact that, if I don't want to pay for a guy that's in a slow team total, a slow pace, then if I don't have to, I won't. Rodney Hood will eat in this game. I believe that. He says Sacramento's resting everyone. Let's go ahead and find out. Let's see what's going on with Oklahoma City and Phoenix's next game on the slate. Another big question. There's another big question on the day. Do we pay up for Russell Westbrook? And I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. Hell no. I'm not. I ain't paying. Now, this is one of the worst teams in the league against point guards. Actually, the worst team in the league against that combined perimeter position. Shooting guard and small forward. Shooting guard and point guard. They're the worst. But, man, listen. I'm not paying $14K for no damn body. Fuck that. I can get two players at $7K. Think about that. You can split that shit and get two players at $7K. I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it. There's no way. I'm not paying for that shit. And see, what a lot of people fail to realize is, I'm taking a stand, bro. What a lot of people fail to realize is, the game could blow out. The game could definitely blow out. And number two, the man ain't chasing the biggest triple-double streak in history. Like, I need to get 40 points, 15 rebounds, 18 assists. Like, he's not doing that. He's just trying to get another triple-double. Now, on FanDuel, I'll give him a shot. Because I got a little bit more salary in another spot. Definitely. But on DraftKings, I'm not playing that dude on DraftKings, man. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. The dude, he doesn't care about, I got to get 45 points, 17 assists, 18 rebounds. No, he just want a triple-double. And if you get a triple-double and they're comfortably leading, they're not going to continue. You remember the last time I said this? What happened? What happened, Josh Dewey, the last time I talked this way about Westbrook? It went off for 93, I think. No, when he scored, he dropped 80. But when he had 99, wasn't I on him? When he had 99, and this is something that comes from Mike and Patsy. Mike and Patsy. He says that anytime Russell Westbrook has been priced over 13K, anytime he's been priced over 13K, he hit value. That's a stat that comes from Mike and Patsy, one of the Sweatshop's premier talents when it comes to winning. So if you don't have to take my word, you can take theirs. That's just something that came from them. So Vic Oladipo at 5.9. That is a play. Yeah, that was the 99. The last time I was on him, and I told him, I was like, you know what? God damn it, play Russell Westbrook. I'm doing it, and I hate him. And he went out and he dropped 99. He dropped 99. So, I mean, I ain't the Russell Westbrook whisperer, but his average versus Phoenix is over 6x of his price. Only one time he hasn't done it. Okay, all right, so now, this just saying for the sweatshop, we got the number crunchers in the VIP. They're saying that Russell Westbrook averages, he doesn't average like a certain amount of DraftKings points against Phoenix. He averages 6x value. That's crazy, bro. It says he doesn't average, he averaged 45 points or 36 points. No, he averages 6x value, no matter what his price is. If he was 15K, they say he gets 6x value. That's what they're saying in the VIP. So, all right, okay. I'm going to throw him in one. I'm going to throw him in one lineup. All right, Steven Adams, 4.1, not a play. Oladipo will get 50 while Westgard just gets his triple-double. I'm more along that line of thinking. That's coming from, I'm more along the line of that thinking. That's what I'm there with it. I'm thinking Vic has a big game at 5.9. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Luther Davis said it's too much value not to roster Russell Westbrook. I can dig it. But I mean, but see that he's still in a spot where if he doesn't hit 75 DraftKings points, he kind of hurts you. He hurts you. If you don't hit 75, he hurts you. That's the spot that he's in actually. David Buckets, no. Enes Kanter, yes. Give me some of that Enes Kanter at 4.4. I like the spot that he is in. Samuel says he dislikes Oladipo with a passion. His game sucks. The Kings all getting rested tonight. We're going to be talking about them in just a moment. Now, what do we do with the Phoenix side? Now, Booker is priced at the 8K. I think that's too much. I'm not there with it. People are still remembering that 70-some-odd point game. I'm not with it. I can't do it. I like Tyler Ulis at 7.1. I think he's going to be out there to the very bitter end, even though this game will blow out. I am all good. I'm all good with that. No TJ Warren for me. Marcus Chris is a no. I kind of like Alex Lynn in this spot at 4.4. I think he'll be okay. Am I not scared of... No, I'm not. Not in this spot because this is a game that's going to blow, bro. The dude's going to be on the court. Kanter's going to get 30 fucking minutes. He's going to play 30 minutes in this game, bro. This game is going to blow, and you're going to be mad when Westbrook has like 60 points for 14K. So I think Enes Kanter will be out there for a ton of minutes. I'm cool. Let's see what he did against them last time. Checking on Enes Kanter last time out against Phoenix. How many minutes did he play? He played 23 minutes, had 18 points last time out against them. That game, yep. See what else. And he played 14 minutes and had 21 against them last time. So I can rock with Kanter. Not too much I like on the Phoenix side, man. I'm digging through the trash. We got Leandro Barbosa gonna be out. Eric Bledsoe, of course, and Brandon Knight are gonna be out. Jared Dudley had a really solid game out last time, which pushed his price up to 4.7. Not a play that I particularly like there. So there's not a lot to like about the Phoenix side anyway. I mean, you look at, if you want to pay for Devin Booker, go ahead. I'm not. 8K is too much for me. I'm not there. If you don't like Westbrook, you have to play Kanter. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Josh. You feel me? I like him. I don't like Westbrook because I think the game's gonna. There's too many things working in his favor. The price too high. The game probably is gonna blow out. I don't like him. I like Kanter and I like Depot. That's how I'm gonna be going with it. Oh, and Andre Roberson is a game time decision as well as Alex Abrines. So we've got next game and the last game on the slate, the late night hammer game. This is a 216 point total. It is the game that everybody's going to be afraid of. This just in, Posey is not starting. If you got Posey in your MLB lineups, get him the fuck out of there. He is not starting. If the game does blow out, Kanter will explode. That's what I feel. So we got the LA Lakers at home defending Staples Arena against the Sacramento Kings. This is a game I think has a ton of fantasy goodness, and nobody is gonna wanna play this game because there's so much uncertainty when it comes to the Sacramento roster, man. We've got right now, game time decisions are out. Rudy Gay, of course, Anthony Tolliver, and Malachi Richardson, but we know more is coming. We know more is coming. At some point, after lock, they're going to tell us, oh, my bad, I forgot to tell y'all, Ty Lawson, Darren Collison, Buddy Hield, and Scally BC are all out. That's what they're going to say that. They're going to say that. But the one guy you know that will play, the two guys that you know that will play in this game, are Buddy Hield and Willie Cauley-Stein. I kind of like those guys. I have no issue with those in my roster. None at all. The only issue is Willie Cauley-Stein is priced up to 6.7. Now, we can take that, or we can look for the value on the other side. Because if we think that we're going to see a solid run of minutes with Ivica Zubac, Nick Young, and Luol Deng all out, if we think we're going to see a solid run of minutes for Thomas Robinson at 4.4K, I think we can take a look at him. I do. Willie Cauley-Stein is too high. I agree. Ty Lawson is out. Papa Giannis will eat is coming from the homies on Twitter. D'Lo owes you money, Rudy. Well, you might not collect tonight, baby. I ain't sure. Oh, they just got updated? Okay. So, Jordan Clarkson's going to be playing. D'Angelo Russell's going to be playing tonight. Julius Randle's a player that I kind of like at 7.3. I don't have an issue there. But of all of this, man, when it comes to the price, probably my favorite play is going to be Tyler Ennis. You like Tyler Ennis? I can get with Tyler Ennis. But I think Thomas Robinson is my favorite play from here. So, we broke it down the NBA slate, man. Went over some MLB. Lakers are tanking. Of course they're tanking. I cannot wait to look at my phone again as I see what the Pittsburgh Pirates have done since I last saw them. Also, I know Max Scherzer is probably tossing out that high motherfucking heat, and I'm probably going to be taking down first place in the tournament or two. I hope so. Hey, thank y'all, man, for jumping inside the Midday Mix with me, man. For the cousins, the family over there on Twitter as well as on YouTube. From a main crew, everybody in the Sweatshop VIP, man, thank y'all. And thank you all for bearing with me through those issues I've been having with my internet and the storms and everything. We're back to normal. We're back up and running. We're rolling. Hit me up, man. Any questions you got? If you got my number, call me. If you got the Facebook Messenger, hit me up. Whatever it is, I'm going to shoot back to the shop, finish that up, and then, make sure everything gets out to you. I will have that Core 4 posted, the NBA Core 4 posted right after this video. The MLB one is already up. I'm going to update everything in the sweatshop. Y'all go out, man, and have a very profitable Friday night, man. Thank y'all for everything that you've been doing. Shout out to everybody out there on Twitter and on YouTube. If you want to get in here and become part of the family, it's very simple, man. Go to the website, www.DfsSweatshop.com. That's how you do it. Philly's pitcher has 9 Ks. Good Lord. Somebody get into it. All right. Peace, man. Y'all have a wonderful Friday, man. Love y'all. And keep it 300.